In March 2018, Waikaya Gold Limited successfully executed the relocation of its massive floating gold processing plant in northern Southland, New Zealand. This complex engineering operation involved shifting the entire 320-ton, 10-meter-high structure approximately 5 kilometers from its original mining site to a newly prepared location. The plant had been operating on the floodplain near the Waikaya River since 2013 and had completed stages 1 and 2 of the gold mining operation. The relocation was not only a technical challenge but also a strategic cost-saving measure, avoiding the need to dismantle and reassemble the plant, which could have taken up to 6 months. The relocation process was carried out by Transcar Heavy Haulage, a company specializing in moving oversized structures. The plant, which sat on a floating pontoon in a pond located 15 meters below ground level, required extensive planning and specialized equipment to move safely. The plant was valued at approximately $4.5 million and measured 26 meters long, 12 meters wide, and 10 meters high, too large to be transported along public roads. To initiate the relocation, the existing mining pit was flooded, raising the water level by about 6 meters. This allowed the pontoon to float high enough to align with pre-installed support stools. These stools were placed on a series of engineered gravel pads, designed to bear the full weight of the structure. A custom steel carrying frame was installed atop the stools to distribute the load evenly and prevent any damage to the pontoon structure during the transition. Once the plant floated into position over the stools, the water was gradually pumped out of the pit. As the water receded, the plant was carefully lowered until it came to rest on the stools. At this stage, the plant was completely dry and stable, ready to be lifted and transferred to the transport system. 7 heavy-duty trailers were then joined together to form a 240-wheel hauling platform equipped with 30 axles. These trailers were backed underneath the plant, precisely aligned with the support structure. Once in position, hydraulic systems were activated to lift the entire plant off the stools and transfer the weight onto the trailers. The first major challenge of the operation was hauling the massive structure up a 111 gradient from the pit. This task was managed by 4 powerful trucks, 2 from Transcar and 1 dump truck from Roscoe Contractors. Working in unison, the trucks slowly and steadily pulled the plant out of the hole and onto the surface. The haulage route itself required careful planning. Because the plant's size exceeded public road limits, the main Riversdale-Waikaya road could not be used. Instead, an alternative 5-kilometer track was created on previously mined land. This road had to be widened and structurally reinforced to handle the weight and dimensions of the transport operation. Engineers, haulage experts, and mining professionals worked together for over a year to prepare this route, ensuring it could accommodate the plant's full weight and allow for safe passage. Once the plant reached the surface, 2 of Transcar's trucks continued the journey, hauling the structure slowly along the custom-built haulage road. Spotters walked alongside the convoy, continuously monitoring clearances, axle alignment, and load stability. Throughout the move, safety protocols were strictly followed, and communication between the teams was constant. After approximately 4 hours of careful navigation, the plant arrived at the new mining site, which had been prepared in advance. A new pit had already been excavated and partially flooded to allow for refloating the plant. The trailers positioned the plant directly over the pond, and then the hydraulic system slowly lowered it into the water. Once afloat, the plant was maneuvered into its final position. The water was then gradually pumped out again, lowering the pontoon gently until the plant rested securely in its new operational location. The total time from the end of operations at Stage 2 to the resumption of mining at Stage 3 was approximately 3 weeks. While the actual haul took just 4 hours, most of the time was spent preparing the site, managing water levels, constructing pads, and conducting safety checks. According to Mine General Manager Noel Becker, the relocation went exceptionally well, largely due to 12 months of detailed planning and collaboration among multiple teams. This relocation method provided enormous advantages in terms of time and cost savings. Dismantling the plant, transporting its parts, and reassembling it would have taken up to 6 months and cost significantly more in both labor and lost productivity. By moving the plant intact, Waikaya Gold Limited maintained mining continuity and minimized downtime. The plant plays a crucial role in the company's operations. Positioned in an artificial pond, it processes gold-bearing gravels extracted from an ancient riverbed 15 to 20 meters below the surface. Each month, approximately 240,000 to 300,000 cubic meters of overburdened non-gold-bearing silts and gravel are removed to expose the productive pay layer. As the pond and plant gradually move forward through the valley, the mining process continues in a linear fashion, sometimes advancing by up to 2.5 to 3 meters per day when working in narrower sections. The move marked the beginning of Stage 3 of Waikaya's mining operation, located on the opposite side of the Riversdale-Waikaya Road near the Garvey Burn tributary. With the plant now fully operational in its new location, the company was able to resume gold extraction with minimal interruption. Ultimately, the Waikaya plant relocation demonstrated what can be achieved with the right combination of engineering expertise, careful planning, and logistical coordination. From raising and stabilizing a 320-ton structure, to hauling it across rugged terrain, to successfully restarting gold production, the entire operation was a testament to modern mining innovation and execution. From March 26 to 28, 2019, a 34-meter-long, 90-ton ship was transported through the roundabout in Haulage, Czech Republic, as part of its journey from Tynek nad Labem to the Novem Lini Reservoir. The entire transport convoy measured 60 meters in length, 6.5 meters in width, and 5.6 meters in height, with a total weight of 203 tons. To navigate the narrow streets and tight roundabout, the heavy transport team used specialized multi-axle trailers and 2 blue prime movers positioned at the front and rear. Several traffic controllers coordinated the passage, temporarily halting traffic and guiding the oversized load around tight corners with precision. The house relocation began with the structure already secured on a trailer, positioned at the top of a steep embankment on Tambourine Mountain. The relocation team carefully backed the trailer into place, maneuvering it in reverse over a sloping platform system, supported by hydraulic jacking stands. These stands played a critical role in stabilizing the platform, which extended beyond the edge of the embankment to create a temporary surface for the trailer to roll across. To manage the descent and provide controlled movement, BTHR Moving's custom-built excavator-mounted winch was deployed. This winch system was anchored at a safe distance uphill and was used to slowly and safely pull the truck and trailer backward over the sloping ground. The controlled tension allowed precise adjustments to the trailer's position, preventing any unwanted shifts or swaying of the structure during the operation. As the trailer moved farther over the embankment, the hydraulic jacking stands were regularly repositioned to maintain balanced support under the platform. Team members on site carefully monitored the alignment of the trailer, adjusting the winch and support stands as necessary to maintain level positioning. Throughout the process, the house remained elevated, with its rear section eventually suspended approximately 7 to 8 meters above ground level. Despite the significant height and challenging terrain, the structure was kept stable throughout the maneuver. After reaching the designated position, the trailer was securely parked, completing the high-precision move over the embankment. In mid-July, at Bombardier Transportation's facility in Bautzen, Germany, preparations began for transporting the third of a total of 14 trams, destined for Queensland, Australia. Each tram weighs nearly 60 tons and requires careful planning and execution for safe delivery. The process starts with the loading operation. Using a powerful cable winch, the tram is slowly and precisely pulled onto a specialized trailer. This delicate task is performed millimeter by millimeter to ensure no damage occurs to the tram or the trailer. After about 20 minutes of focused maneuvering, the tram is fully positioned on the trailer. Next, specially designed securing bolts are used to fasten heavy-duty chains, providing the necessary tension to keep the tram in place during the long overland journey. After a final inspection and approval by the local police, the convoy departs precisely at 8 p.m. The transport vehicle consists of a 4-axle tractor unit connected to a custom trailer. Given the nearly 54-meter total length of the convoy and the limited space on city roads, a semi-trailer would have been impractical. As the truck navigates through narrow city streets, one particularly tight bend presents a major challenge. To overcome it, the transport crew must reverse the entire 270-meter stretch. After successfully maneuvering backward, they turn around in a parking lot, bypassing the obstacle. From there, the truck proceeds to the nearest highway on-ramp, reaching the A4 motorway after approximately 6 kilometers of careful driving. The route from Bautzen to Bremen covers 530 kilometers and is completed over 2 nights. At 1 a.m., the truck arrives in Bremen, where it is met by the local police for an escort to the port. Throughout the journey, the trailer's hydraulic suspension system is frequently adjusted to lift the tram and avoid contact with curbs, barriers, or other roadside obstacles. These constant adjustments are necessary to maintain the safety of both the tram and the road infrastructure. At the port, the unloading process begins early the next morning. After a ramp is installed, the tram is gently rolled off the trailer using the same cable winch system. It is guided with extreme caution onto the railway tracks located within the harbor area. A few days later, the cargo vessel Rubina, a 127-meter-long freight ship, docks at the port to begin the overseas transport. Using 2 floating cranes and a specially engineered crossbeam lifting system, the trams are lifted individually and lowered into the ship's hold. During this process, customized bolts are again used to secure the lifting gear, and special care is taken to prevent the articulated joints of the trams from bending. Inside the ship's hold, each tram is carefully placed on wooden blocks and secured with heavy iron chains to withstand the movement and vibrations during the long sea voyage. By midday, all 3 trams are properly loaded and fastened. With all safety checks completed, the Rubina departs, beginning the long journey to Brisbane, where the trams will eventually be put into service on Australia's Gold Coast. The transportation process began at the substation in Hertfordshire, where the electrical transformer was loaded onto a specialized multi-axle hydraulic trailer. AIL's Unipower prime mover was connected to the front to provide traction. Once secured, the convoy departed slowly under escort, moving through narrow access roads with precision. Along the route, temporary road adjustments were made, including the removal of street signs and barriers to accommodate the oversized load. The convoy navigated several sharp turns and roundabouts, requiring synchronized steering of the trailer axles for enhanced maneuverability. Support vehicles monitored clearances and controlled traffic at intersections. At some tight points, crew members used wooden blocks and ramps to manage ground levels and protect road surfaces. The vehicle maintained low speeds to ensure stability and safety throughout the journey. Police escorts assisted in controlling traffic flow and ensuring the convoy's uninterrupted progress through urban areas, minimizing disruptions while maintaining strict transport protocols. The transport convoy carrying 2 Komatsu mining dump trucks moves slowly across the Keat Bridge in Bullsbrook at a speed of 10 kilometers per hour. Each truck is secured on a multi-axle platform trailer, pulled by a heavy-duty prime mover. The convoy is escorted by pilot vehicles with flashing lights, ensuring road safety and traffic coordination. As the convoy progresses, the massive size of the dump trucks requires careful navigation around bends and road features. The team maintains steady communication and spacing, ensuring the equipment remains stable throughout the crossing. The transport continues smoothly en route to the Pilbara mining.